Fresh out of Backrooms, I'm giving this a 7.7 out of 10, starting with non-spoilers, and then I will warn you before we head into spoilers. None of the performances necessarily blew me away, but they definitely aren't bad by any means. The unknown aspect of the Backrooms is displayed beautifully. It's a very much mind/theory atmosphere. Cinematography and color grading are fantastic, probably one of the most consistent parts of this film. I've heard people claim that there are some of the scariest scenes of any horror film in the past decade. I completely disagree with that. I didn't really find this scary at all. To me, it's more creepy than scary. One of my biggest negatives is that some scenes feel a little too long, but at the same time, those specific scenes that I'm referring to are fine plot-wise to be a little lengthy. From here on out are spoilers. This is your spoiler warning. I have no clue what was up with Mary as a kid. If that even was her as a kid, I couldn't tell by the end. First, it was her kind of in a dream, and then it was kind of a flashback sequence. Couldn't tell if the dream was like a memory. Clark losing his mind and basically getting befriended by the entity was so interesting. Couldn't exactly pinpoint why the entity looked like him in his pirate costume. One thing I could think of is if the entity has some type of power to transform in a certain way and is trying to look like a human to then possibly escape. I have no idea. Again, I wasn't really scared, but there were two scenes that kind of got me. One was when Clark walked in the different room and there was just a Christmas tree and that was it. I don't know why in the world that got me. And the very last shot of the film when Mary's face was all distorted, I was literally expecting that to happen and it still got me. I didn't find Clark's personal issues to be that compelling. It did make sense for him to then explore the Backrooms because he doesn't really care. He's struggling so much, he might as well. He doesn't really have much to live for. The whole unknown aspect of the Backrooms was probably my favorite part. Clark saying the Backrooms remembers and kind of reforms things. Like, what is the Backrooms? Is there a different entity? The distortion of people, the cannibalism, and they're made of fluff or something? That scene was so weird. Why did the entity befriend him? And the scientists didn't even know either. They didn't even know where to start. My final mini positive was all the different rooms that were shown. It was so fun seeing how deep it goes, how insane it goes, the amount of lore that's just sitting there, but we don't know what it is. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy, and I hope you guys did too.